So I don't know about any of you guys, but every time I play Hogwarts Legacy now, I can't help but feel a slight disappointment that just remembering that Quidditch isn't in the game yet. But I do have faith because they had a mission in the game where when you're polyjuiced as Professor Black, the headmaster, and the flying teacher comes up to you and starts talking about Quidditch, they give you an option of how to speak and how to reply to her. And I think that this is all going to set up a potential Quidditch DLC because she's going to get that information that you gave her. And either response you give, it pretty much gives a response of Quidditch is coming. So I do think we'll get a DLC and the stem of it will start from that mission. So I think they already have the perfect groundwork to introduce it and bring it back for a DLC. Now, while the broom controls in Hogwarts Legacy are surprisingly way better than I had originally thought they were going to be, it needs more advanced controls if they do a Quidditch game mode. I'm talking like similarly to how in Star Wars Battlefront, like the gameplay is so much different when you're on the ground versus when you're in the air. It almost feels like you're playing a totally different game. Like it feels like you're playing Star Wars Fighter Squadron. And I really just hope that if they do a Quidditch DLC game mode, that the flying will be more advanced as well. And I think it's an easy fix, and it's something that they could easily do. Another thing with the opportunity of adding Quidditch is I've thought of good online and single player ways to introduce it. Now, first off, for single player, I was thinking of a similar route to like the NBA 2K games for my career, where it could be you playing for your Hogwarts house and you're trying to win the Hogwarts House Cup with your Hogwarts house. And I feel like that's probably the most likely option for a single player Quidditch route. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I just really want Quidditch in the game because it's one of my favorite moments from the movies and the books. Now, for an online route, I was thinking of, again with 2K, a similar route would be like almost like a rec center, if that makes sense. But you could like customize your teams, customize your uniforms, and you'd be able to play with friends. Now, it wouldn't really work to do it with Hogwarts houses because you and your friends may be in different houses, but the Hogwarts houses idea works perfectly for a single player, and I think that's the most likely option. But an online option similar to like Rocket League or Rec, it would be amazing, and I'm all for it. Now, for those of you who don't know the rules to Quidditch, because I'm sure there are some people watching who don't fully know the rules to it. So there are 7 players per team. There is the Seeker, who is set to go after the Snitch. There's the Keeper, which is the goalie, obviously. They keep it from going in. And there are 2 Beaters, which are basically there to injure the other players. They're your enforcers, your Dylan Brooks of your Quidditch team. And then there are the 3 goal getters. I can't remember the name of them, but basically the way Quidditch is played is the 3 goal getters are going back and forth at each other while trying to get the ball from each other and score on the keeper. Now, there are the 2 beaters who are trying to protect them, and they have this bludger and baseball bats that they're trying to hit and knock players off their brooms and stuff. They're also trying to go after the other team's Seeker, because if the Seeker catches a Snitch, they score 150 points and the game ends. So the only way that you could lose and catch the Snitch is basically if the other team has more than 150 points and your team has none. So catching the Snitch is usually a guaranteed win, but there has been very surprising times where that hasn't happened in Hogwarts and Harry Potter, where someone's caught the Snitch and their team still doesn't win. So now let's talk about some iconic moments from Quidditch. Now, some of the big, iconic, and my favorite moments from Quidditch obviously have to be Harry's first game where he catches the Snitch with his mouth and Gryffindor wins. Then there's the second game we see in the movies, which is Harry versus Draco, and it really it adds to the rivalry they sort of have throughout their school year, and it's awesome to see 2 Seekers going at it. Then in the third book and third movie, we get the one where the Dementors ruin it. I really, really, really wish the movies would have showed more of it because it added more character to Cedric Diggory because he wanted a rematch, because for those who don't know, he was actually the Hufflepuff Seeker for that movie and book. It's just in the movie, Robert Pattinson didn't play him in that movie, so a lot of people don't know that. Then obviously we have the Quidditch World Cup, which Victor Crumb, he would definitely, like, a World Cup mode would add a lot for like the online rec center. It would definitely be more of that instead of just my career, like Hogwarts houses, which is I think the most likely option for it. And then we have my final and favorite Quidditch moment from the series, which is Ron's first Quidditch game from the sixth book, because I love defensive centers and defensive goalies in any sport, and Ron really just killed it at that. Anyways, if you guys have sat through this video, leave a like and subscribe. It means a lot to me if you guys do that, and it means a lot to me if you guys enjoyed this video as well. I really love the Harry Potter and the Wizarding World series, and Hogwarts Legacy is honestly probably one of my favorite games ever right now. I love it that much, and I would just love for Quidditch to be in this game so bad, because there's so much times where I just fly around the Quidditch pitch with my Quidditch uniform on, whether I'm on my Hufflepuff, which I am a Hufflepuff, or my Slytherin, or just any of the other houses, and I just love Quidditch so much, and I love this series so much, and I would love to actually get a game where I could play Quidditch. And it would be even more awesome if they did an online mode, so I could become like the next LeBron James or Victor Crumb of Quidditch. But anyways, thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.